Today we are making a beautiful botanical design using gouache brushes that we can use to create cards, posters, or anything you want to print on demand. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley and this is Haley K Studio. Today I'm excited to share a fun and creative project in Procreate where we will be designing a beautiful botanical illustration of oranges and orange blossoms, and I'll be using my Gouache Essentials brush set, which is perfect for achieving that rich textured gouache painting look. And you can grab the set in my Etsy shop and the link is in the description. I'll also be showing you how to take this design and use it on a print-on-demand website to create your own custom product. Like you can have this printed on cards, postcards, posters, or even phone cases. So I'll show you a website that I love to use. You can use it for an e-commerce business if you wanted. It's a really great site. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos like this one, you can hit that subscribe button. So go ahead and grab your iPad and download that Gouache Essentials brush set, and we'll go ahead and get started. I'm starting off with a blank canvas here, and I have sized it to 11 inches by 14 inches. It's been set to 300 DPI. So we are going to be creating a oranges and orange blossom botanical image using those Gouache Essentials brushes. So it's going to have a really pretty vintage floral vibe to it, which I really love. And to start, I want to just sketch out my drawing. And I have the Narender pencil chosen, and I'm just going to set it to black and then sketch that out. So here is my image all sketched out, and I've refined it a little bit more just to make it a little less sketchy. And now I'm ready to start color filling this. Again, I will be using my Gouache Essentials brush set, and I am using a color palette that I created, and it is these 5 colors right here. And comment below if you would like to have me make this into a color palette that I can share with you. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start filling in some of this image. So greenery I like to do first because it's going to take the longest. So I'm going to choose kind of like this middle tone green. And then to fill in the color, I want to use this gouache thick. So I am focusing more on the different gouache brushes that I haven't shared yet because there's quite a few brushes in this set. So I haven't shared how to use the gouache thick yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. I want to add a new layer, and I'm going to add it on top. I'm not going to turn down the opacity of my sketch because I want to be able to see it a little better this way, since I'll be adding all the color on top of it. And I like this gouache thick brush because it creates kind of like a flat tone, which is excellent because you can create a closed shape and then fill it in, and it blends in really nicely. There's not going to be any variation in the color or the texture just using the color fill. And that flat tone really takes to layering these brushes really well. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the greenery with this green, and we'll add more layers and more texture as we go on. So now all of the green has been filled in for these leaves. I'm going to be adding some other color tones to some of these other little leaves, but this is the base color for the main greenery, and I'm going to start layering in some color and texture to these. Again, I'm going to be using the clipping mask method. I'll add a layer above my greenery layer and then turn on the clipping mask. An easy way to understand how a clipping mask works is whatever color layer with the clipping mask turned on, it is confined to the bounds of what is in the layer below it. So now I have that clipping mask turned on. I'm going to choose this lighter green here. So I've got 3 greens here. I'm going to start off with the lighter one. I will choose my next brush, which is the Gouache layering brush. And I really like this one because it's really fun to just turn all the way up and then just add a color like that. So I'll get a little closer for you. So we've got our clipping mask turned on and our gouache layering brush with a lighter color, and just it adds a really fun texture and coloration in one big swoop. And it kind of went into this one too. And just adding the color in that way, I really love doing. And you can turn it on so it doesn't overlap too much, like in this spot. I don't want it to overlap in that middle section a whole too much, but I do want to add quite a heavy layer of this second color to the green. So that doesn't take a whole lot of time to add that layering brush in that way because it is so heavy-handed. It's not so precise, which I really, really love about this style of gouache painting. It's really great for beginners, especially because it just it's so free-flowing and creates really beautiful texture without a whole lot of effort. So now that I have that layer done, I am going to move on to the next greenery, which is missing on a few of these leaves. So I'm just going to do those in this lighter green. And then we'll do the opposite. We'll add the darker green to that one. And I'm going to do that by going back to the gouache thick and size it down a little bit since these little areas are a little bit smaller than the original ones that I was working on. Okay, so now that green has been added, and I'll do the opposite coloration by adding a layer above that layer and then turning on that clipping mask and then going back to that middle green and the gouache layering brush and do the same treatment to this lighter green with the darker green. It's just a very quick little method of doing that, and because there is some transparency to the layering brush, we see a real difference in how the coloration occurred even with the same color. So this is the darker green, but with the layering brush, and this is that darker green with that gouache thick brush. So it really does kind of add some variation to this with very little effort and such a small color palette. I love working in these smaller color palettes and using these effects and different blending modes as well to add simplicity to choosing a color palette, and you can add some real variation even with so few colors chosen. So now I'm ready to move on to a couple of details to the leaves before I move on to the rest of the image. And I'm going to add a layer to the very top of all of my leaf layers, and I am going to actually choose a background color for this image, and I'm actually going to go off color palette from this little set. I'm going to choose this yellowy color here, and so I'm going to go to background color and choose kind of like this yellow, because what I want to do is I want the veining of the leaves to blend in with the background of the painting. It's going to add kind of like a transparency without having transparency. So now that I have this color chosen and I have my layer at the very top, I'm going to choose the gouache dry detail and add some veining to some of these leaves. So now my veining is done, and you can see that it blends in with the background, but you can see like where my sketch is, that is not set to a clipping mask, but I didn't really want to do that. I have so many layers of leaves that I just wanted to add it to the top, and having it blend in with the background is a kind of a cheats way of doing that, which I appreciate. So now I will add a new layer, and this will go on the top, and I'm going to fill in my flowers. I might just go ahead and choose a white and then go back to my gouache thick brush and paint in these flowers. There's not too many flowers to fill in, so that didn't take long at all. And I'll go back to my gouache dry detail and go back to my color palette and kind of choose like this peachy color, peachy orange. And so I'm just going to add a layer above that, and I'm not going to bother with a clipping mask because this is just going to be a little bit of details that go inside each petal, and it's pretty. It doesn't have to be precise, and you don't have to be precise to not go over the edge on these ones because they're pretty big, and you can kind of have a heavy hand and not worry too much about it. Okay, so that's pretty easy, and now I am going to add some of the little stamens inside the middle of my flower. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to try this gouache detail brush to do the actual lines inside the flower. And to add a little bit more, I'm going to go to this very dark orange and stick with that gouache detail brush and just add some little pollen dots, stamen, flower, middle things, because I don't know what the parts of the flower are called, and that's okay. But that can be done very quickly, and those flowers took no time at all, and they have a very, again, like a very hand-painted quality that I absolutely love and adore. And let's turn off our sketch for a minute, and we can see like how well this is coming together. It looks like a real hand-painted image, and I love that about these live brushes here in Procreate. It really does give that painted texture effect. I'm going to turn back on my sketch, and now I feel like I can move on to the oranges, and I already have my orange color selected. And to do that though, I'm going to create my new layer at the very bottom because I want it behind some of this greenery, because the orange is behind the stem here. So I might as well just go ahead and put that layer for the oranges to the very back. I will use the same method of using the gouache thick brush for the main color, and then move on to, and then I'll use the clipping mask method with the next layer with that gouache layering brush. So I'm going to go ahead and complete that for the oranges. And I'm just going to add a few more details on a layer above all of my orange layers. I'm going to use that background yellow color and then the gouache dry detail brush. Okay, now I just have a few more spots of some details in between that I'm going to fill in now, and this doesn't have to be in any particular layer order. So I'm just going to take that light orange and then my gouache thick brush and fill these in. Okay, so that is my gouache painting done of oranges and orange blossoms. It's got a vintage botanical feel. I'll go ahead and turn off that sketch so we can make sure we're seeing everything. And now we're ready to print this on something. We're ready to create our own product with this. To share this, we want to go to the Actions tab and then click Share. And then I will share this as a PNG, and then I will export it to my computer, I'm just going to airdrop it. You could always just save it as an image to your iPad and use Printful, the Printful website on your iPad. I like to use it on my computer, so I'm going to airdrop this image to my computer via a PNG. So I'm going to meet you over my computer and we're going to make some fun stuff on Printful.com. So here is the Printful website. This is the print on demand or dropship website that I like to use. I personally use this for making custom t-shirts for my husband, and so I personally use this all the time. So if you want to use this website, I have it linked below, and it's free to sign up. You can sign up for paid memberships. I don't personally have a paid membership. I just use for personal purchases and I don't have to pay any fees. If you have an e-commerce business and you need print on demand, this is great to sell physical products, but you don't have to keep a personal inventory of it. I'm going to go to the catalog and I'm going to the home and living section, and we're going to try this out on a canvas print, and I'm going to choose this 8x10 here. Our image is 11x14, so we'll choose the 11x14 canvas and then create product template. So that opens up the product maker, and it's kind of loaded funny, but here's the drop-in button. So I'm going to upload a new file, and I have it right here. It's just my untitled artwork, so I will upload it. And then once that has uploaded and it's right here, I can hit apply. So I'm going to go back to the product and choose vertical. And there we go. It rotates that around, so it is how we want to view it. And we can resize this, and we want it to, if you want it to bleed over, you can have it bleed over and it'll still be pretty artful, but we want to see all of our image. So I'm going to size that down so our image just appears on the front of the canvas. And now I'm going to save to templates. So here it is in our product templates. So if you click on these three little dots, let's go ahead and take a look at our mockups. And you can choose the mockups that you would like and use these mockups to have as product listing images if you want to. And you can just choose the ones that you want to download. I just kind of want to download this one, and I am going to generate this mockup. It goes through a processing phase and then it allows you to download it. And there you have your mockup. So now I'm going to close these mockups, and if we want to have this printed just on this canvas, you can click on these three little dots again and then make an order, and you can have this sent to your Etsy shop and it will generate a listing for you, or you can just make a personal order and then you can create your order. And then this only costs $16.25. That doesn't include shipping, but that's a pretty good price for a canvas of this size. That's one of the products that you can make and print for yourself of this image. Here are all of the products that I generated to show you how you can use this really pretty botanical orange and orange blossoms image. So here's a postcard and another version of that postcard. You can even turn this so that it crops a little differently, but I didn't mind it kind of cropping like this on this postcard, and I really like this one. It even took my colors into the background, and I love this as a phone case. I think it's so pretty. And finally, that canvas print. You can have this printed and put it in your home, and I think it would be absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for watching and creating this art with me. Again, if you are interested in recreating this and using the same art brushes that I used, the Gouache Essentials brush set is available in my Etsy shop, and I've linked it down below. And if you would like to use Printful, I've also given you a link that you can use to sign up and use this for your personal printing or e-commerce business. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this one, hit that subscribe. So thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.